Hello everyone, dear friends. There's a question from channel subscribers, from Ludmila Bogdanova. Can demonic creatures pester us in the form of a large, black car? In my dream there was such a car standing on my route, but when I stood up, it drove off on its own, clearing the way for me. I was surprised that a man from my childhood was sitting inside. Can demonic creatures be represented in the form of a large black car? Any object, animate or inanimate, carrying black color, is an indication of the harmful influence in our destiny from energies of the lower worlds. Black color is the karma of the lower worlds, in particular karma of hell, of anger, of hatred. Therefore, if we see a black car, or a black spirit, or, let's say, a black charred tree, a black house or a black burnt-out house, a black cave, a black road, black clothes, black food. Anything that is black is a symbol, which means that in this element is the manifestation of karma of the lower worlds. This is an unfavorable sign. Regarding your question, can demonic creatures appear in the form of a large black car? Yes, but the black car itself is a symbol of the fate of demonic creatures. The car is a symbol of the ability with which we move through the fate. Let's say we have a car. Let it be Daewoo, some kind of cheap, weak, foreign car, parts of which often breaks down. Or you can have some kind of domestic car, Lada, which also often breaks down. But it's more inexpensive to repair. At least there's some advantage. So, if we're in a dream, and we see that we have a Lada car, then by the condition of our car we can judge how we move through our destiny. Someone rides a bicycle, someone walks on the roads, someone rides a train, someone flies on airplanes, someone flies at very high speed in their astral body, and so on. All this is an indication of our potential in developing our own destiny. Why is it important? In fact, Kali Yuga is full of energy of tamas. During one life a person lives only one life. But due to the presence of tamas, it may happen that we will not live out those karmas that we must outlive according to the fate, and as a result we will have to live out a part of present destiny in next lives. I also raised this topic. I said that in the scriptures on yoga it is said that yogis live during one life thousands and hundreds of thousands of their lives, of their incarnations. This suggests that they have the opportunity to clear the karma of their future lives, and they subsequently may not incarnate in accordance with the karmas that they created in past lives and which were purified in this life. But most people do not have such an opportunity. If a person does not engage in spiritual practice, he will be anyway reborn, reincarnated in accordance with the actions that he performed. That's why a black car is a symbol with the help of which moves a human being who has bad qualities, bad karmas, demonic karmas. If we intersect with such souls, then most likely there is some kind of karmic connection with demonic creatures. This is the first sign that we need to analyze our own internal karmas, internal conditions, and to understand that if such unclean spirits are attracted to us, then most likely there is something in us that attracts them. So we need to make an analysis. I emphasize this again, and try to improve, eliminate these shortcomings that exist. In other situations, demonic beings are also attracted when spiritual beings come to earth. But they are attracted in order to create an obstacle for these beings so that they do not annoy demons. Spirits and demons always experience pain and suffering in the presence on the planet of some highly developed spiritual beings, all kinds of deities, highly realized spiritual teachers. They are fretted and shaken, they are looking for an excuse in every possible way and ability to do harm, to slow down, to create all kinds of obstacles, and so on. The next element on my path of movement in a dream was such a car, but when I stopped, it drove away on its own, clearing the way for me. If we consider your own fate, when you encounter these souls, you will see what state are they in. Let's say, it could be employers, it could be friends. But when you meet them in your life, you will see their karmic state, their detrimental state. The state that you stopped on the way, you stopped purposely and refrained so as not to intersect with them. Such situations happen when people are negative and we refrain from making friends with them. We distance ourselves or distance them deliberately and, accordingly, when you stopped, you created some distance, and the black car pulled away to the side. This indicates that these guys will see that you do not want to be friends with them and will clear your way. They'll go out of your way, out of your destiny. I was surprised that there was a person from my childhood sitting inside. There is nothing to be surprised. In fact, when you start studying and practicing, you really understand that in the world around you, in the surrounding space, there are thousands of souls that exist, who live inside people around us. And they are not only far from perfect, but they are even far from the minimum of noble qualities that is necessary to be born on this planet. Most people, unfortunately, are in a very bad state. This is a big minus. But you have to face this and you have to accept it. To help everyone, to correct everyone is almost impossible. You have to do it yourself as a person. What else remains? Just continue to develop, to improve, ignoring and throwing aside those conditions or those relationships that burden us, that hinder us, slow down and so on. This is the choice of each person. If to use wisdom, we all understand that it is unacceptable to be friends with drug addicts, with people who depend on alcohol, people who are thieves. It is unfavorable to be with them because one day they harm us. These are people who have amoral qualities, and initially, such a friendship will not bring anything good. Wisdom, wisdom, once again wisdom. To be friends with good ones, to distance all sorts of scoundrels, to conduct spiritual practice, not to pay attention to difficulties, to boldly overcome them, to educate oneself willpower, spiritual charisma. Read mantras, engage in hatha yoga, that's the way. Thank you all.